The first myth, that your boyfriend from when you're 15 will come and get you out of hell. He might come, but he will not get you. You will never have an interesting conversation with him. He'll buy you a book of poetry called Love is a Dog from Hell, and this will convince you temporarily that he understands your transgressive nature. You'll wait for him to become what he is destined to become, which means you'll sit around for a year on couches in basements watching his band get stoned. You will eventually find yourself standing on a long, dark staircase, dress wet, underwear in your purse, your boyfriend walking in front of you. He will step out into the light, breaking the rules as he does, turning around to turn you into salt. You'll protest that you're not Lot's wife, but Orpheus's girlfriend, that your name, in case he's forgotten, is Eurydice. Here's the reality. You're going to have to get out of hell all by yourself. In his book, Greek Attitudes Towards Women, The Mythological Evidence, P. Wolcott explains that to date, Greek mythology stands as one of the greatest compilations of feminine literary figures in positions of power. Yet within these myths, goddesses and heroines are often portrayed with a sexuality that can be best described as ravenous, and the cause of inevitable destruction in their own stories. From Helen of Troy to Persephone to Pandora, these same themes of powerful women as sexual beings leading to destruction is still reflected in our culture today. Through this performance, I seek to rewrite the story of women's sexuality at its source. Because our sexuality is not a destructive plague. It's the quintessence of life. A Girlfriend's Guide to the Gods by Maria Devana. The second myth, that your boyfriend from freshman year of college will teach you how to fly. You'll ignore what you know and get it on with Icarus in an extra long, single-dorm bed. When he rolls off, there will not be any room for you on the bed, so you'll sleep on the floor. He'll be super sweet, though. You're still trying to get out of hell? And it's a long climb. You'll meet his father. He'll have lots of money. You'll sit at dinner saying nothing while they talk about pilot licenses and charter planes. None of the boys you date will ever have mothers, but they will all have mother issues. You will eventually find yourself standing on a rocky beach while Icarus and his father are up in the sky, barely visible. You'll aim the camera at them, taking footage for a documentary that your boyfriend will have already managed to get accepted into Sundance. Icarus will be dead by the time the film screens. You will drop out of college due to a semester spent in the dark, cutting footage into a documentary that will win an Oscar. You'll edit Icarus into a generous genius. The moments involving hot wax and feathers, the one where he gave you chlamydia for sure despite denying it. You will delete those moments. As well as the moment when your boyfriend on purpose collided with the sun. Your name will appear in the credits under special thanks. This is the third myth, that the man you marry in your 20s will let you rule alongside him. You'll walk up the long dark staircase out of hell in a white dress, and you'll walk down an aisle. You'll get a ring forged at Tiffany. You'll think that marrying Zeus will solve your problems, but shocker, spoiler alert, hello, whoa, it won't. He will be newly divorced from a wife who has a long history of turning his girlfriends into cows. You will live in fear of horns, but she won't turn you into anything. This will be your punishment. You'll remain uncomfortably human. Your husband will always take trips without you. He'll leave while it's still dark out, and you'll take his kids to school. There will be an unlikely number of babies showing at the doorstep, in crates, in shoeboxes, in giant eggs. When you ask your husband where they came from, he'll shrug and say, "Woman, LOL." No one says that anymore. You'll walk backwards down the staircase. You'll taste salt. You will be the woman that walks back into the place everyone else calls hell, and you'll stay there. You will wander in the darkness until you know every inch of it. You will not be lonely alone. You will not, in the end, be broken by this history of hell and these hurts and these old boyfriends and husbands and rapists and forget-me-nots. You'll forget those fuckers, those fucks, those fields other than Alicia, and this is the final myth. The one they write about you and you alone, the one that gets written in blood and scratched into cave walls. The one that women see when they look up in the sky and consider trying to live through this and make it to their futures. How many times will you survive a woman made of your own history and more than it? How many times can you put your heart back together? As many times as you need to. This is what you will tell them when they pray to you, asking for ways to leave their own disasters, asking for methods, begging for the lineage of living. You will be wounded, you tell them, but your wounds will not kill you. You will be injured, but your injuries will not erase you. You will make yourself again out of the ashes, and you will be loved, and you will love. You will be loved, and you will love. You are the one who listens. You are the one who climbed up here, skirt torn, legs scarred, and you are the one standing on this mountain now because hello heart, hello hope, this is how motherfucking goddesses of love get made. They used to call you by a different name, but now they'll call you Aphrodite. The job of love goddess is a rotating one. You'll get to it when you get there. That's how the story goes. That's how the morning happens.